Is anyone else tired of how many streaming platforms there currently are these days? I mean, you have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Paramount TV, ESPN, and the one that nobody likes, Peacock TV. I also feel like there's only a few actually decently watchable shows on these platforms, and that's until one of them gets canceled. Yes, I am still mad about Santa Clarita Diet, and the OA, and The Last Man on Earth. Stop canceling good shows! It's also super frustrating that some of these platforms have started introducing ads midway through movies, completely ruining my makeout sessions with your dad, or them constantly increasing subscription prices, or the fact that I can't share my ex-boyfriend's mom's Netflix and Hulu accounts anymore. Like, yeah, I'm 27, but I am not old enough to pay for my own Netflix account. And yeah, all of that sucks, but none of these streaming platforms suck as much as short TV. Oh, you haven't heard of short TV? Don't worry. I didn't either until I saw this lovely video by Love Kate that inspired this video so much, so thank you, Kate. And I learned that short TV is unlike any other streaming platform out there because all of their movies are actually filmed vertically, which is, I mean, definitely the superior way to enjoy movies, right? Like imagine that on the big screen. Sorry, excuse me.
A dream. I saw the eastern sky.
So if that sounds good to you, these are some of the great titles that you could be watching on short TV today. The Forbidden Alpha, The Wallflower and the Alphas, Forbidden Desires, Alpha's Love, and finally, Pregnant and Rejected by Alpha. Ooh, that one sounds really good. So I thought it would be fun if we had a look at one of these movies together today. And the one that we'll be watching is called Forbidden Desires, Alpha's Love, because it's actually the top rated movie on short TV, which, I mean, must mean it's good, right? Here is a little synopsis. Forbidden Desires, Alpha's Love is a short TV series that follows the taboo romance between Alpha Adrian and Chloe in multiple identities. The series includes episodes about drama, romance, revenge, and werewolves. There's some absolutely ridiculous stuff in this movie, like a lot of Alpha Adrian's shirtless scenes. Oh yeah, there is a lot of that. And you can see exactly who this movie was made for. Alphas. Yeah, and teenage girls, but mostly alphas. And what really makes this app even better than it already is that you can only watch one single scene at a time because each and every movie is split into 90 different 1 minute long scenes. So instead of, getting some popcorn and watching an hour to 2 hour movie, you are forced to scroll through a minute long video clips. Oh yeah, and after the first 10 free episodes, you are forced to either watch 5 minutes of ads for each and every 1 minute long episode, or spend your hard-earned cash on their coins. And no, you can't just buy the entire show or movie outright like you usually would. No, you have to pay for each and every episode. And of course, that ends up costing way more than an actual, Hollywood blockbuster. But why would I spend $20 on Barbie, a Hollywood blockbuster with an amazing message, when I could spend $150 on Pregnant and Rejected by Alpha? So let's finally dig into Forbidden Desires, Alpha's Love. I'm excited. Are you excited? So the movie opens on this old-timey castle called Moonrise Hotel, which is known for frequent werewolf sightings. Oh! And the next thing we see is a dark wolf NPC. I mean, the CGI is immaculate. It eerily looks like a real werewolf, right? And this very real werewolf turns into a handsome ginger man called Adrian Wild, aka Alpha Adrian, the Moonrise Pack Alpha. We also find out that Alpha Adrian has to use a cover story in order for people not to find out that he is an actual alpha werewolf.
From now on, I'm just a normal college professor.
And yeah, okay, he has to use a cover, but could they have given him like a simpler cover? Like a college professor? Doesn't that take years of studying? A whole ass PhD? But to be fair, he is an alpha, so he's probably already an expert on something like business management or the stock market. We also get to meet his love interest, Chloe Stone, act, stoned? Damn, Chloe, lay off the pipe. We also get introduced to Chloe's mother, Scarlett DeVille. Yup, Scarlett DeVille. Scarlett DeVille. Why does that sound so familiar? Cruella DeVille. Let me guess. She's also evil?
Meds are working. She isn't running away, but remember, this is just a one-night deal.
No problem.
So Scarlett here ends up drugging her own daughter and giving the strange man her credit card as, I guess, the form of payment. So as the strange man with the credit card is walking up the stairs very, very slowly to catch the very, very slow Chloe, Alpha Adrian is still somehow on the phone, completely oblivious of his surroundings.
Help me! Please help me!
Like, I don't know how he couldn't hear all of that commotion and yelling happening literally right next to him, but I guess maybe our Alpha is deaf in one ear. So Chloe finally gets Adrian's attention and asks him for help. But because Adrian is just so startled, Chloe has to literally kiss him in order to get his help. And finally, Adrian takes her into his room and closes the door. And what happens behind that closed door? Things get a little spicy.
Alfred, is it possible to have a human as my mate?
I don't think so. What happened, Alpha?
Shh. Calm down. You don't know what's going on. It's gonna be okay.
By this point, I had to double check what app I was on. If you know, you know. But don't worry, what ends up happening is Chloe just bites Adrian's wrist, as she should. I mean, she is being held down without her consent. I mean, she literally ran away from one predator into the arms of another. And for some weird reason, Adrian is like into the biting.
No way.
And then the scene just ends. Yeah. I mean, we get no confirmation if Chloe is actually gonna be okay, if she ended up surviving the night, or if she ended up being caught by the strange man with the credit card. We have no idea what happened until the very next scene, in which we get a massive context clue. So Chloe is finally back home and she is on the phone to one of her friends.
How could she? And who's that man?
I just can't believe my mom tried to sell me for money.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? How about, can I call the police? Do you need to see a psychiatrist? What can I do? Is there a hotline for human trafficking? I mean, people say, are you okay? When they see somebody stumble and fall, not when they hear that their friend is being human trafficked by their own parents. Oh my god, I'm sorry, we rushed here as fast as we could. Are you okay? Oh yeah, I am perfectly fucking fine. Didn't just break every fucking bone in my fucking body. Thanks for asking, Mike. Alright, okay, it's just a saying, I'm sorry. And then it cuts to Chloe nonchalantly walking through her house, and what? Is that Alpha Adrian on her couch? Chloe ends up being so startled by Alpha Adrian that she ends up running into the arms of her own trafficker.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Mom, there's a man in our house. What are you trying to pull? What's with the yelling?
I guess Chloe just forgot that literally the night before, her own mother tried to sell her for cash. We're just gonna move on from that whole thing, okay? Yeah.
Adrian is here to drop off a gift from his dad.
From his dad?
Yes, Lucius, who happens to be my new boyfriend. He's loaded.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke werewolves. What do you think I was gonna say?
Mom, he popped up at our house. I'm still in PJs.
We're about to move into Lucius Mansion soon. You're gonna get used to having a man in the house. Adrian is going to be your stepbrother.
I have to remind you once again that we are indeed on short TV. A teen, 12 plus app. And I know the acting, the storyline, the weird stepbrother thing, it's definitely making you confused. And it is to me too. I'm having flashbacks right now, but let's stick it out. So as Chloe is walking Alpha Adrian to the door, she gets a crazy flashback in which she realizes that Adrian was the same guy that saved her the night before. And for some weird reason, like, Alpha Adrian gets like super duper seductive with Chloe in this moment, even though he just found out that she was about to be his stepsister.
Last night, it was you?
Listen, I didn't see anything. Unless, of course, you wanted me to.
But then, just like that, he gets incredibly aggressive with Chloe. Again, he is an alpha, and I guess he does have that dog in him.
Listen up. I don't care who you are or what kind of connection we have, but you need to keep your distance. You and your gold-digging mom, too. One more thing. Stop trying to seduce me.
I'm not.
Good. Keep it that way.
Literally 1 minute ago, you were trying to seduce Chloe.
Listen, I didn't see anything. Unless, of course, you wanted me to.
So not only Adrian is deaf in one ear, he also suffers from some sort of, I don't know, short-term memory loss. Pick a struggle, my dude. So the next episode, we follow Chloe to her university, also known as Sunset University. Ah, sounds like a very prestigious establishment. And as Chloe and her best friend walk into the classroom, they see some horrendous words written on the board.
What is wrong with you?
Congrats, Chloe! We heard about your new stepfather. So fascinating, isn't it? Are you as horny as your mom?
I don't understand how Chloe having a stepfather would make her an SLUT. Yes, I have to spell it out. This is indeed a family show, okay? Unlike short TV.
I mean, who wrote that? It's awful, but it's true, isn't it?
She'll just wipe it off. Frickin' maniac. Come on, Chloe. A hoe will always be a hoe, and wiping it off won't change the truth.
Wait, is this university or middle school? Because if you're still getting bullied by university, that is so unfortunate.
I'm sure the professor will like the handwriting.
No, I can't get caught.
The new professor will be impressed. Are you out of your mind?
Now, do you remember when Alpha Adrian said that he had a new cover as a college professor?
From now on, I'm just a normal college professor.
Yup! He is Chloe's college professor. Let's go! So, college professor, alpha werewolf, and stepbrother. I'm sorry, is this guy Johnny Sins, but with a wig? What's going on?
Who did this? First one to answer gets extra credit. Something like this happens again, everyone's score drops a letter grade.
Damn, Alpha Adrian really taking charge of that classroom. Rawr. So after class, Chloe gets an unexpected call from her mother just as she's about to pull out her lunch.
Mom?
Give it to Adrian. That's his favorite dish. Leave him with a good impression.
Mom, I'm not going to suck up to him.
Do what I told you!
So you're trying to tell me, just as she is pulling out her lunch from her backpack, she gets this call from her mother? Is Cruella de Vil like also a psychic? Or was she just like waiting around the phone until Chloe's lunch break? Very weird. Don't really get that. Also, what is Chloe gonna have for lunch if she has to give hers to Adrian? That doesn't seem fair. But because Chloe is a pushover, she ends up listening to her evil, psychotic mother who did try to sell her for money and ends up giving Adrian her lunch. But in typical alpha fashion, Adrian does not accept any free food.
Here. It's for my mom.
Take it back.
What?
Chloe. We met at the hotel. Your mom is my father's girlfriend, and now you're making me lunch.
My boy, she literally said it's from her mom. Do you also have early onset Alzheimer's?
You're way too obvious. You'll never be my mate.
What? Who said that I want to be your mate?
Then why are you giving me all this attention?
Does anyone else find it weird that Adrian keeps calling Chloe his mate? Mate this, mate that. Didn't realize Adrian was also from down under.
Listen, future stepbrother. My mom wanted me to bring you this, so I didn't have a choice.
Get out.
You know, since you seem to be so confused, maybe I need to show you what seduction really is.
No. I'd love to say that this storyline makes sense, but 1 minute they were fighting over lunch, and now she's trying to seduce him. I don't know. But of course, in true alpha fashion, Adrian would never let a woman take charge. So he turns Chloe around, stares at her face, and Chloe ends up running away like a little girl. Now, before we fast forward to the next scene, I want to play a fun little game with you guys.
Do you want to play a game?
Okay, no, not that kind of game, okay? Nobody dies, it's okay. If you're the writer of this show, what do you think will be the next logical step in this story? Let's see if you get this right. A, Chloe stops trying to seduce Adrian, since he is her stepbrother and teacher. B, half-naked Chloe and Adrian accidentally end up in the same dressing room because her bullies prank her and change the signs on the door, so they are forced to hug each other until the bullies leave. C, Adrian takes his job as a college professor seriously and no longer tries mating with Chloe. Or D, Chloe calls the police on her mother since she did, once again, tried to sell her, and everyone just forgot about it? Well, if you guessed B, you would be correct. Congrats.
Who's there? You? What are you doing in here?
I have so many questions. Firstly, why did Adrian walk into the dressing room already half naked in a towel? Like, was he walking around campus in a towel? I don't know how appropriate that would be, especially for a college professor. Where are his clothes? I don't know. Number two, since when are there showers at the university? Like, I went to university for 4 whole years and I don't think I remember seeing showers. Unless, of course, you're at the dorms, which makes no sense because Adrian and Chloe were about to move in together, right? At Adrian's house with his dad.
We're about to move into Lucius Mansion soon. You're gonna get used to having a man in the house.
So, like, do they live at the dorms part-time and, like, spend only the weekends at home? I don't know. Thirdly, if they did live at the dormitories, wouldn't the teacher dorm and the student dorm be completely separate so this would never ever happen? I mean, I'm really questioning the facilities at Sunset University. I just don't think they're up to standard. So anyway, the bullies are about to walk into Chloe and Adrian half naked in this dressing room, but luckily Alpha Adrian gets them to safety in time behind a single shower curtain. And even though it looks a lot like the bullies walked in before they could even get into the showers, we're just gonna ignore that and move on.
Don't say a word.
Where is she?
What do I do now?
Hold on to me. Now.
Oh yes, a hug is what will make the situation so much better. Not like, hey Chloe, you should hide in the corner where they can't see you. No, Chloe, come here and hug me in case these bullies open the shower curtain and see us. They won't get any weird idea about us, I don't know, sleeping together if we're hugging, right?
Who's out there? Serafina?
Professor Adrian?
Is there a reason you're in the men's dressing room?
Professor Adrian, you're definitely not alone. Where's Chloe? She must be with you. I just saw her coming through here. Professor, open the door. I need to check.
Oh yeah, that slow-mo will do. That slow-mo will definitely do. What? My hands were dry. Jesus.
Serafina, is there a reason you and your friends want to watch me shower?
Chloe's not in there. It's only Professor Adrian.
Declan, do you really think I don't know about your sweet little feelings for Chloe? You can't fool us.
Serafina, would you like to explain why you and your friends are in the men's shower?
Well,
Are you causing all this drama because you guys just want to see me naked? I'll go to the dean about this.
Oh, you'll go to the dean if your students want to see you naked, but you won't go to the dean if one of your students is getting severely bullied on the daily basis. Chloe is literally being tormented at school and at home. Where is she safe? I'm kind of starting to feel bad for Chloe. I think she is the victim in all of this.
No, Professor, I'm sorry. I think Chloe just wanted to prank me. You will see, Chloe.
Thank you.
Just another secret between us. You know, you really are a troublemaker.
Again, I don't think she's the troublemaker. I think it's everyone else around her, bullying her or trying to sell her or set her up somehow. Well, I mean, she did try to seduce the professor, so I guess she's not all innocent, but...
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Boing! So yes, that is the first 10 free episodes of Forbidden Desires Alpha's Love. Leave a comment on what you thought, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!